Hey everyone! Today I asked you guys on Instagram and Facebook if you had any questions about mom and dad selling their house. Now, I don't know if it came across different or not, but a lot of people had different questions, not just pertaining to the sale of the house. So this video will be a Q&A, but mostly pertaining to the sale of mom and dad's house, and then a few other questions sprinkled in between. So I'm going to go to the video first. I did ask on Instagram, Facebook, and then I'm just gonna go through the reveal video and answer those questions as well. So I wanted to make sure I answered those questions first because they were asked first. Oh, my chair is sinking. Okay, so my chair is sinking, so I'm going to adjust a little bit. Okay, so first of all, there was a lot of congratulations and everything towards mom and dad, so thank you for all of that. A lot of you seem very excited, which I knew you would be. Before I start all this, I wanted to give a little bit of a backstory. You guys know that we basically took a pause on finishing this house. I was working mainly the summer at mom and dad's. Dad was working there. So that is the reason why we did the exterior. He basically sanded down all the siding and restained it. We did a lot of work inside to get it all ready for selling. I helped mom do a lot of packing away of stuff so that stagers could come in and stage the home, and they took beautiful pictures obviously of the home. So that's why we took a huge pause on this place so that we could work on getting that done. So first question, why did they sell? They really wanted to take advantage of the market being high. They wanted to get in the sale of their house before the hike in interest rates and stuff like that. So that's kind of why we did all of that. About your parents moving in, is it permanent or just while they get another place? So dad's dream for quite some time now has been to build his own place. He had that idea way before I thought about this, and it was actually his idea to build a place here. So he's always wanted to build for the longest time. My grandfather, his dad, built his own place. Yes, it kind of just runs in the family that that's what we like to do and want to do. It's a really proud feeling to be able to build your own home completely, and also is cheaper. But dad's dream is to build a log home, and I'm sure many of you don't know, or all of you don't know, there's actually our neighbor across the way, and they have a log home, and their home is beautiful. It's on water, and yeah, so dad really wants a log home and more acreage. So to answer your question, no, it is not permanent. It is just for the time being while they find property. Next question, how far would they move? They are looking actually quite some distance away. However, their options are open. It's kind of sad that we chose to build like 200 meters down the street and now they're moving away, but I wish nothing but the best for them and like where they would actually want to be for retirement. They never really planned on having their home as a retirement home. It was actually supposed to be a quick flip originally. When I was in high school, they were just getting in for the winter and then they were supposed to build, and that kind of never happened. I got pregnant with Michaela, we finished high school and stuff like that. And yeah, so why did your parents sell their house? Again, to build their own home. Okay, next question. Doesn't your brother live there too? Where is he going? So yes, my brother and Sophia will be living here as well. Okay, so one question I got on my video, not pertaining to mom and dad's sale of their house, but I was wondering when you're going to get garage doors installed, and basically I'm not sure. It's one of the last things on the list and may not even be installed for quite some time because it's not necessary to get the house completed. Okay, so that is all the YouTube questions, all fairly straightforward as to the pertaining of the sale of the house. And we will go to Instagram. Will you do a house tour? I was hoping to do a house tour when we got into the house, completely finished and like decorate it the way I want and stuff. I won't really have the house set up the way I want. Like we'll have extra couches, and the 2 rooms that are spare rooms won't really be set up the way I want. So I can definitely do a house tour. It just probably won't look how I imagined in the first place, but no problem. So my actual best friend from public school. Asked this, I heard him say something about building a log cabin. Tell me more. Also, girl, why are you so beautiful? Thank you, Katie Sue. Yeah, so as for log cabin, again, he's always wanted to build, and a log cabin is something that he's been interested in probably for the last like 10, 15 years, and was looking at it back then before we even were out of high school. No, would I have been out of high school? I don't know. Anyways, for a long time, he's been interested in log cabins. So basically what it is you buy a kit of logs. They put it together in a big shop. When they manufacture it, they put it all together, they tear it down, they ship it to your property, and then you can put it together yourself. So that's kind of the idea that he's looking at. We have checked out log home builders in the summertime, I think it was. There's a bunch of different ones around here, and it's just a matter of finding the right manufacturer, because there are different ways that logs can be put together, and some seem better than others. Okay. What is your favorite pizza? That's a really random question, but it used to be Hawaiian, pineapple, ham, bacon on pizza. And now as I've gotten older, I really enjoy like a deluxe. So like green pepper, red onion, either with like a barbecue chicken or like a ground beef or sausage or something like that.
Can you answer my question?
I don't know what your question is. I don't know if I saw it.
How do I keep my sanity with my in-laws moving in? Please explain.
Really?
That was my question to you.
I don't think I saw that.
It was something like that. I saw it on either Facebook or Instagram, one of the two.
Oh.
I put crying face after it because I could break up the monotony of it.
Next question is, how is Magic Mind going? And honestly, I was quite skeptical about it when I tried it, but after using Magic Mind, I found a complete difference in the way my mind functioned throughout the day. I find it centered and concentrated on whatever tasks I need done. And I've actually been able to cut out coffee while I've used it. Okay, so next question. What are your plans for Christmas? Basically, I'm not sure yet. I thought I had like a set plan in place, which would be like fully do Christmas here with dinner and everything. But basically our range is not hooked up, so we don't know if we're going to be able to cook dinner here or not. I've messaged our HVAC guy to see if they can stop by quickly this week before Christmas to hook up our range, but fingers crossed that we can have dinner here. I was hoping to have a floor by then, and sure enough, we don't. So we'll see how it works. If we don't get the range hooked up, we will probably do presents here as just Kyle, Damien, and I. And then in the evening, we will go over to mom and dad's and cook dinner. I know you guys said the new build isn't your forever home, but will it maybe become your parents'? No. So this is Kyle and I's home. It is not mom and dad's home. And they plan on just staying here until they find property to hopefully build on. Where are your parents going to live in the house? So we've done a little bit of mix matching and seeing like where things would work best. So originally we thought mom and dad were going to go in the spare room where Kyle and I are staying now, and then Matthew and Sophia would go in baby girl's room. However, we've noticed with the furniture that mom and dad have, switching the two, so mom and dad in baby girl's room, and then Matthew and Sophia would share a bed in the spare room, and then us in the main master bedroom where we're supposed to be, and then Damien gets his own room still. So I think that's going to be how it's going to work. We'll see how it goes. Again, will your brother also be moving in with you? Been a subscriber for many years. You all are amazing. Well, thank you. Yeah, so Matthew's moving in. Sophia will be here 50% of the time. And I should mention here too, because you will probably see him in videos, but in the summertime, I briefly introduced a friend of dad's, Mike. He has actually been living with mom and dad since the summer, and he will be also moving in with us. He will be in the basement though, so we'll be setting up an area down there for him. So you will probably see him throughout the videos. Next question. Are you going to have any more kids? I would like to Kyle, on the other hand, does not want any more kids, I don't think, but we'll see. Will your mom and dad still be close by? Again, they are looking quite far away, probably like an hour or so away, but again, their options are open. And then my cousin messaged, "Why are you so beautiful? Is it because you look like your favorite cousin?" And yeah, that's probably part of the reason why, Tammy. It runs in the family. And I think last question, tips for losing weight after pregnancy. I got plus 20 kilograms after my first, and now I'm pregnant again. So my biggest tip is don't rush it. It is not easy to lose weight after having a baby, and obviously your body is not meant to bounce back right away. Whoever tells you that is insane. Look at me, my youngest is now 8 and I am finally just getting my weight under control. So it takes a lot of time to get mentally stable enough and find time for yourself after having a child, especially multiple children. Obviously going through what I did with Michaela was a lot on my mind and body, and I found that I needed to just focus on myself. So even when I did try and lose weight with Michaela being alive, I never actually focused on myself to be healthy. So I may have like lost a bunch of weight really quickly, but I never was able to keep it off. Now, mind you, I am going on, I think 2.5 years, maybe, I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments how long it's been since I've lost the weight and kept it off. But basically is I've been mentally stable enough that I can focus on actually being healthy. So that is eating better or not as much, and then exercising. And it is very hard to lose weight and be fit without the exercise portion. I have lost weight in the past and I don't feel strong or healthy. Yes, you can lose weight quickly, but it's not healthy. My other biggest tip is don't starve yourself from foods that you love. I have never done that. I have always eaten what I want, just in better portions. So there's an app called Lose It, not sponsored. I've used it for 13 years or something, just after Michaela was born. And I think it's great because you can input whatever you eat. Doesn't matter what it is. If you're having a cookie, piece of chocolate cake, whatever, you can put it in, it'll give you your calories. So it is a calorie counting program. However, it gets you on the right track. So my third biggest tip is try and make small changes over time. Don't rush into it. Again, don't try and just lose the weight quickly. Small changes will help you keep those changes and make better habits for yourself. So that's kind of what I've done. And let me tell you, I'm not perfect. I still eat chocolate cake for breakfast half the time because I am a sweets person in the morning and I like to have that. But I'm not going to restrict myself from that, because if I do, I'm going to be unsatisfied and unhappy and want all of that later in the day or whatever. So I find that eating all those things later in the day is worse for me, because then I go to bed on a full stomach. I would rather eat my sweets in the morning, which I've always loved, eat it first thing in the morning, have a really good lunch and dinner, and then don't eat anything after dinner, exercise, and go to bed. And that's kind of my system and how it's worked. But again, don't rush yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. It is not easy whatsoever. Okay, let's go to Facebook and see. I'm not sure if I had any questions, and I think it's because like the poll thing or like the ask questions thing didn't work properly. So, okay, one question. How much of Michaela does Dude remember? I don't really ask him about it. I try, like, obviously we'll bring her up. We don't like hide it, but like he'll bring up things that he remembers about her. So I think he definitely remembers everything about her, but it is getting to the point where I think it's hard for him to recall certain things about her because he was quite young when she passed, and the majority of his life he was like a baby and younger. So he is, I think, losing some of that. And the last question is, you're pregnant, question mark? And no, I am not. That may or may not come in the future, so we will see. But that is going to be it for today's video. If you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments below. Let me know how you like this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and we will see you in the next video. And stay tuned, because actually, will it be this one? No. So upcoming video on Friday should be our Santa Day. We always do Santa Day. Well, pre-COVID we did. And so that will be Friday's video. And then next Monday after Christmas is going to be a very special video. You'll have to stay tuned for that. And then it'll probably be our Christmas vlog. Let me know in the comments if you want a long Christmas vlog like I've pretty much always done, or a short one. So we will see you in our next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.